The Last Fleet versus Alien Armada, The Shadow over Earth. The year was 2147. Humanity had reached the stars, colonizing Mars, Europa, and a few exoplanets within 50 light-years of Earth. The United Interstellar Alliance, UIA, had ensured peace and prosperity for decades. Then they came. The Grallian Armada, a nomadic alien race, hungry for resources and driven by conquest, emerged from the void of space like a storm. Without warning, they obliterated mining stations on Europa and took out the orbital defenses of Mars in mere hours. Their fleet, a massive collection of jagged black ships, appeared almost alive, shifting and adapting mid-battle. Earth's governments scrambled to respond, but the sheer scale and technological superiority of the alien armada overwhelmed them. With Earth's orbital defenses shattered, the remaining human fleet retreated to Luna Station Alpha on the Moon. It was there that Admiral Kiera Valen, the last hope of humanity, rallied the survivors. Chapter 1. The Gathering Storm. The Last Fleet was a patchwork of Earth's greatest achievements in space combat. It consisted of 12 capital ships, 30 cruisers, and a ragtag collection of frigates, corvettes, and fighter squadrons. The crown jewel of the fleet was the Erebus, a colossal battleship equipped with a prototype weapon, the Stellar Lance, a directed energy cannon capable of tearing through planetary shields. Admiral Valen addressed the fleet from the bridge of the Erebus. Her face was stern, her voice steady. Humanity has faced extinction before. We survived the plagues of the 21st century. We rebuilt after the resource wars. Today, we face a foe unlike any other. But let me tell you this. The Grallians think we're weak because we're fractured. They think we'll break. They're wrong. We are the last line of defense for Earth, for our colonies, for our families. We fight not for survival, but for victory. A roar erupted through the comms. Engineers worked tirelessly to prepare the fleet, while scientists analyzed Grallian technology for weaknesses. Intelligence reports indicated the alien fleet was preparing to launch a full-scale assault on Earth in 5 days. The Last Fleet had to act fast. Chapter 2. The Ambush at Titan. Admiral Valen devised a bold strategy. Instead of waiting for the Grallians to attack Earth, she planned to strike first. Titan, one of Saturn's moons, was being used as a forward operating base by the aliens. If the Last Fleet could destroy the base, it might slow down the Armada's advance. The fleet jumped to Titan using a risky blind hyperspace maneuver. As they arrived, they encountered a Grallian defense flotilla, 50 ships strong. The Grallians had anticipated the ambush. The battle was fierce. Human ships darted through the thick methane clouds of Titan's atmosphere, using the moon's gravity to slingshot around and ambush the enemy. The frigate Resolute sacrificed itself to destroy a Grallian dreadnought, its captain ramming the ship directly into the enemy's core reactor. But the cost was heavy. The fleet lost 6 ships, and Titan's base remained operational. Worse, the Grallians now knew the fleet's location. Admiral Valen ordered an immediate retreat, but not before planting a surprise: an experimental quantum bomb hidden beneath Titan's surface. As the Last Fleet jumped away, the bomb detonated, obliterating the moon and taking the Grallian base with it. Chapter 3. The Armageddon Shield. Back on Luna Station, the fleet received grim news. The Grallian Armada, enraged by the destruction of their base, was advancing at full speed toward Earth. They numbered over 300 ships, including a monstrous flagship the size of a small moon. Desperate, the UIA authorized the activation of Project Armageddon. Scientists had developed a shield capable of enveloping an entire planet, but it required a massive energy source. The shield would drain Earth's power grid completely, plunging the planet into darkness. It was a last-ditch effort to buy time. As the shield was raised, the Last Fleet prepared for the final confrontation. They would meet the Armada in the asteroid belt, using the dense field as both cover and a weapon. Admiral Valen knew the odds were slim, but she had one final trick up her sleeve. Chapter 4. The Battle of the Asteroid Belt. The Last Fleet lay in wait among the tumbling rocks of the asteroid belt. Grallian ships entered the field cautiously, their sleek forms weaving between the debris. The Erebus fired the first shot, the Stellar Lance cutting through a Grallian cruiser like a knife through butter. The battle descended into chaos. Human ships used the asteroids to their advantage, detonating mines and launching surprise attacks from hiding spots. The Erebus led the charge, its advanced shielding absorbing hit after hit. Meanwhile, smaller frigates and corvettes played cat-and-mouse games with Grallian scouts. Despite their valiant efforts, the Grallian flagship, Vatharok, loomed ever closer. It unleashed a weapon unlike anything humanity had seen, a gravitational disruptor that shattered asteroids and ships alike. One by one, the last fleet's ships fell. Chapter 5. The Last Stand. With only 5 ships remaining, Admiral Valen made a fateful decision. She ordered the fleet to focus all firepower on the Vatharok. The Erebus, heavily damaged, charged directly at the alien flagship. "Set the stellar lance to maximum power," Valen commanded. "But Admiral, the reactor can't handle it." "Do it!" The Erebus fired its final shot, piercing the Vatharok's core. The alien flagship began to collapse, its gravitational disruptor imploding. But the explosion sent shockwaves through the asteroid field, destroying the Erebus and the remaining human ships. A new dawn. The destruction of the Vatharok caused the Grallian Armada to falter. Without their flagship, the aliens retreated. Their invasion halted. Earth was saved, but at a terrible cost. The last fleet was gone, and billions mourned the loss of Admiral Valen and her crew. Humanity rebuilt, vowing never to forget the sacrifice of those who had fought for their survival. A massive statue of Admiral Valen was erected on Luna, her eyes forever gazing toward the stars. And in the void, among the shattered remains of the last fleet, a faint signal pulsed, a final message from the Erebus. "We are humanity, we endure."